Welcome to the Fantasmagorium show. On today's show, a new trailer for the Wheel of Time drops. Oh, that's the Wheel of Time? Oh, that's the Wheel of Time. In other news, no, there are no cocks in the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer. And I just watched the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and I'm in such a good mood, and no one can stop me. Let's go.
And we are live.
Really? Already? It happens that quickly? How are you, Steve?
Yes, I'm good. It happens that quickly. We didn't have much time in between shows. Turget's show ran a little longer than we expected it to, but it was a great show. Great conversation.
I had a blast.
Yeah, loved it.
I couldn't leave.
Yeah, good times. Anyways, we have a jam-packed show for you today. But anyways, how was your day? Your day sounds like amazing so far.
Well, I woke up this morning and it seems like everybody that I know is under a dark cloud, but I woke up this morning watching the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and so there's a light at the Frankenstein place. I am super jazzed just to be alive.
That's awesome. Yeah. So just to get a little bit of the housekeeping out of the way real quick, like every day, please like, share, subscribe, hit the little bell, do all those things. Pretty important to help the show grow, especially we say every day subscriptions are great, but likes, shares, especially commenting and sharing the show, hitting the little bell. Those interactions actually help the show get out to more eyeballs and help the show grow. And we thank you for that. Another thing that just happened to us today was YouTube found it within their purview to grant us memberships to the show. So now you can become a member to the show if you want to. That also helps obviously support the show. We have 3 different tiers with different perks. You can check that out on this very video or the channel in general to join if you'd like to do that. We'd love to have you. Obviously.
Well, and Steve, I'm thinking about doing some audio commentaries and trying to get.
We're probably going to. We'll get this down. We're probably going to add some perks, as we grow and as we figure this kind of stuff out. Right now, it's pretty much the basic perks. But yeah, audio commentary would be pretty cool.
Well, if that's a thing that people who watch the Fantasmagorium would care for. Yeah. Then I would like to hear about it. Like that would be cool. If anyone wants to hear me sit alongside them virtually, right? As I say, hey, did you see that thing that was just on screen just now?
Little Mystery Science Theater 3000 action.
And I think that is the model that I am ripping off. Yes.
No, I think it'd be awesome. We can get the rest of our the hosts from all the Fantasmagorium shows to sit in on some, and some of our buddies that join us on the Friday free for all. We get all your favorites on there and just kind of get a group together and watch these movies and comment on them. I think that'd be a great perk. So anyways, we'll look into doing that for sure. Right now we did some badges. I did badges yesterday and some emojis. If you guys have ideas for those, let us know in the comments or shoot us a contact. You can always email us through our contact portion of our website. Mm-hmm. And if you'd like to send a tip with your comment or question, please do so. Stream Element at www.streamelements.com/Fantasmagorium-shows/tip. As aforementioned website, www.fantasmagoriumshow.com. Contact us through there. We have our audio only podcast link, so you can take us with you on the road. We'd love to be your traveling companion. Also, we have merch store. New designs went up this last weekend. We got some cool designs in there for you. www.fantasmagoriumshow.com/shop. good way to support the channel, and you get something tangible in return, and we think that's cool. All right, Scotty. What a day already. So I feel like we have to rush, but we don't.
No, we don't. We can take our time. Let's relax.
We do have a jam-packed show for you today, though. Lots of news, lots of trailers dropped today.
True.
Lots of good stuff. In fact,
would you like to headline first, or shall I headline first?
I'll headline first. The Wheel of Time comes to life in first trailer for Amazon series.
The wheel turns and ages come and pass. Last month, fans of Robert Jordan's best-selling fantasy series, The Wheel of Time, got to experience EW's first look at Amazon Prime's upcoming TV adaptation. Now everyone can watch the long-awaited first trailer for the series. Yes. I know there are fans.
And they're rabid fans, man.
I know, and so I have to be careful. Yeah. The trailer begins as Jordan's multi-volume saga does in the village of Two Rivers. We see the three young friends, Rand, played by Josha, and mate, Barney, and Perrin, Marcus, hanging out at the local tavern while Rand makes goo-goo eyes. Jesus, who writes this? At the tavern's owner's daughter, Egwene, played by Madeline. Then one day a stranger arrives in town, Maureen Rosamund Pike.
Yeah, Rosamund Pike's awesome.
Via voiceover, Moira explains the nature of the one power, the Wheel of Time's system of magic.
Those are some names, man. You know we're going to get skewered in the comment section. I don't know. I've never read the books, and I haven't heard these names spoken, so I have no idea what these names are.
Well, Steve, are you a fan of the Wheel of Time?
I haven't read the books, but I am super looking forward to this because I dig fantasy. This seems like fantasy and magic. What I saw in the trailer looks great, so I'm in.
Well, and I've been sort of following the description of the Wheel of Time books to try and figure out what I was in store for. And seeing the trailer today, I was not drawn in.
No, didn't do anything for you.
Not a damn thing.
Interesting.
Yeah,
well, I know you're not a fantasy guy, so I know we've been inching you kind of towards the fantasy more since the beginning of the show.
But I see this trailer and I'm like, I would much rather watch The Green Knight.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. But The Green Knight is fantasy too, though.
Yeah, but I would rather watch The Green Knight than this. I don't care.
A little, well, the two are okay. I get it. The Green Knight's a little more gritty. This is a little more polished. TV can do that and seems to do that.
I thought there was going to be a little bit of like a steampunk or at least an industrial aesthetic. And I did not, and to Wheel of Time, and I did not get any sort of industrial aesthetic. I saw no vehicles. And my primary concern when it comes to fantasy is the lack of vehicular transport. And so as soon as I see horses, I'm like, this is going to take a long time.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know if it'll stay there, right?
Yeah.
I think they're planning. I think Amazon's planning this to be a tentpole and to go several seasons, if not, 5, 6, or 7 at least. So we may get to see other things.
I hope it works.
It may start out here and go there. Yeah, I hope so too. I would love to hear from somebody like Stubble McShave, who is a super fan, and to see what their initial reaction was. I mean, I'm sure we'll find out, but it'd be great to see kind of where they're if they're liking their first look or if they're like if they were expecting something different. I'll tell you what, Rosamund Pike looks awesome in this thing.
Well, Rosamund Pike looks good in everything.
Well, yes, agreed. Absolutely. But she looks like an ass kicker, which I like. So she looked great. The rest of the cast look fine, but she's the one obviously it looks like it's at least what I seen, and it looks like she's kind of the titular head of the show.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll see. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. I liked what I saw. Can't wait. It's coming. November's coming up quick. So,
well, for all of you Wheel of Time fans,
yep.
I'll be in the back scrambling for something I could care less about.
Well, I don't know about that. You should give it a shot before you start crapping on it.
3 episodes.
3-episode rule, man. That's my 3-episode rule. It's not mine, but
no, but it's a good rule.
It is a good rule.
Yeah. That also in other news, I love the chorus of the dog. Moonfall trailer landed today. No, it's adorable. Moonfall trailer landed today.
In Moonfall, a mysterious force knocks the moon from its orbit around Earth and sends it hurtling on a collision course with life as we know it. With mere weeks before impact and a world on the brink of annihilation, NASA executive and former astronaut Joe Fowler, Academy Award winner Halle Berry, is convinced she has the key to saving us all. But only one astronaut from her past, Brian Harper, Patrick Wilson, and a conspiracy theorist, Casey Houseman, John Bradley, Game of Thrones, believes her. These unlikely heroes will mount an impossible last-ditch mission into space, leaving behind everyone they love, only to find that our moon is not what they think it is. Ooh, spooky. So, yeah, this is this. So I liked it. Did you see the trailer?
No. Okay,
so I saw the trailer. Trailer looks pretty good, but it's exactly what it sounds like. It's like a Armageddon type movie.
Okay.
I'm like, all right,
and cool. Do you mean Armageddon by the sense of the destruction of the Earth, or do you mean
kind of like
Bruce
that?
Willis?
No, just kind of a fun Armageddon-ish type of movie. It doesn't look like it's taking itself too seriously, but it's Well, I like it. I thought it looked pretty good.
Patrick Wilson and Halle Berry are always delightful,
and it's Roland Emmerich behind the camera. So
that doesn't. Okay, sure, yay.
Yeah, hits and misses.
You know what? If Patrick Wilson is in it, then I will arrive.
Yeah, I'm down for this. I love Halle Berry. Patrick Wilson's great in most everything he does. So I'm down. We'll check that out for sure.
Next up,
in another trailer that dropped today, you can find. By the way, you can find all of these on our website. I put something up about each one of these. The next up is The Electric Life of Louis Wayne, coming soon.
The extraordinary true story of eccentric British artist Louis Wayne, played by Benedict Cumberbatch. Sorry, I went really Forrest Gump there for a second. Whose playful, sometimes even psychedelic pictures helped to transform the public's perception of cats forever. Okay, what?
Yeah.
Moving from the late 1800s through the 1930s, we follow the incredible adventures of this inspiring unsung hero as he seeks to unlock the electrical mysteries of the world, and in so doing, to better understand his own life and the profound love he shares with his life. Emily Richardson, played by Claire Foy.
Yeah, this one looks pretty cool too. It's more of an intimate character study piece, but this looks pretty good. I have the synopsis and stuff is up on the channel. A couple of pictures and I'm sorry, on the website, and then you can see the first look teaser. So that looks pretty good. Oh, had a mishap there.
Not a mishap.
I did.
Well, remember when we could show trailers? Wasn't that fun? Oh no, I'm by myself. Anyway, I have the microphone so I can say anything I want to. The next item happens to be, oh no, there's such stuff. So anyway, I'm going to talk about Charlie Cox. Charlie Cox, you will remember, was Daredevil in the Netflix series. But Charlie Cox has addressed that Daredevil fan theory after Spider-Man No Way Home trailer. There are not Cox forearms in that trailer. Spider-Man No Way Home is bringing together Spider-Man characters that don't even belong in the Marvel Cinematic Universe of Disney's Avengers, but the film still won't be returning to the Defenders of Hell's Kitchen. What an awkwardly phrased. Daredevil actor Charlie Cox recently, am I talking to myself? I can't even know. Daredevil actor Charlie Cox recently addressed a long gestating fan theory going around that bet on a return of the star's Man Without Fear. The talk started making the rounds again after viewers of the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer could have sworn that they saw Cox's forearms in one particular scene. Now, seriously, Steve, how do you identify a person's forearms?
I don't know. This is what fans do. Speculation, bro.
The trailer showed Tom Holland's Peter Parker, who was just outed as Spider-Man and framed for the death of Mysterio, played by Maggie Gyllenhaal, in Spider-Man Far From Home, being interrogated by authorities. One man with a white shirt and a black tie, whose face was not shown in the frame, was seen slamming files of evidence down on the table. Some fans suggested that this could be Cox's Matt Murdock, who's a prominent New York City lawyer in the Marvel verse that moonlights as the masked vigilante known as the Daredevil. But according to Cox, those are not his forearms. Cox says, I can promise you, those are not my forearms.
Yeah, so I mean that puts a lid on that. I do think that the lawyer is probably Matt Murdock in the movie.
Why do you say that?
It just makes sense. It just makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense too if you know the comics, the interaction between Matt Murdock, Spider-Man.
I think you've come down with a case of Mephistos.
It could be. It could be. It doesn't have to be. I'm not saying I'm not going to ever fucking watch the movie. Like I'm just going to give up on the Marvel universe if it's not Matt Murdock in the Spider-Man movie.
No, I'm not saying. I'm not accusing you.
No, but I don't. It just makes sense for it to be Matt Murdock, but it doesn't have to be.
All right,
it could be anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, why even have an opinion?
Well, no, I don't want to distill it that much. I'm just saying that the reason that I bring up the Mephisto sort of lightning rod in terms of fan theories, it's like whenever a Marvel movie shows up, everyone wants to have a theory.
Oh yeah, I mean that's what they do.
Well, that's what we do.
100 and most of them are wrong. Some of them are right.
Yeah. But I you know what? I would be elated. I would be absolutely phantasmagoriumed if I could see Matt Murdock and Spidey on film together. But at this point, like, I don't know. I don't even think that Tom Holland is Spider-Man. Like,
I think Tom Holland's Spider-Man, but I don't think this may be the last movie we get in the MCU. There may be a couple of other, the Spider-Man character popping up in other MCU movies, but I think this is probably the last one we get in the MCU because I think so. I think most likely the deal, this extended deal, will send is just for this movie, and then he'll go back to Sony. I think Sony's ready to have him back, and it doesn't seem like they're folding. Look, these deals are cool, and I'd like to see this deal continue to go on between Marvel and Sony, but I just don't know if it doesn't seem to be. They keep having to renegotiate, and they're just doing these little extensions instead of saying, "Oh yeah, okay, you have Spider-Man for the MCU for the next 5 years." They're not doing that. And Sony seems to make
Far From Home was one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Spider-Man movies.
Well, yeah, I didn't care for the second one all that much. I'll tell you what I've seen so far of this third one, it doesn't look all that great to me. So, especially the Doctor Strange character, one of my favorite characters in Marvel, in the Marvel universe, and I'm like, dude, that's odd.
Well, Steve, what was your favorite superhero growing up?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, probably Batman, Superman.
Okay.
I mean, favorites, right? But I always liked Doctor Strange because my name. I mean, he was the only superhero that I knew of before Captain America. Before Captain America, with the name Steve.
Mm-hmm. Well, and also as a guy named Scott, it's kind of tough to get a superhero with my name, and I've never liked Cyclops.
No,
not a fan.
Is he the only Scott? Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, I guess there's. Yeah.
Anyway,
Scott Summers. I guess that's about it. Anyways, yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with the deal, but I think this is probably the last time we're going to see a Marvel Spider-Man, or MCU Spider-Man. I'm sorry.
Well, and hot take, but I'm not going to give a rat's ass about Marvel Studios until I get a Fantastic Four movie produced by Kevin Feige.
Well, and we're getting that. And it's
eventually. And until then, I'm not.
And and directed by John Watt
fella. Yeah.
Right.
Well, and until then, I'll see what you're doing. But
that scares me too. We talked about this on this show and others, that I don't particularly care for his movies in this Spider-Man trilogy. Obviously, I haven't seen the new one, so I'll reserve judgment. But the first one I liked. The second one I thought was wacky. Didn't care for it all that much. So, I mean, dude, don't fuck up. We can't fuck up Fantastic Four again. We just can't. It has to be amazing.
Do you have any idea how many times we can mess up the Fantastic Four?
We can do it apparently at least 3 or 4 times.
Oh my God! Do you mind if I smoke?
No. How could I? Red Notice, teamwork teaser, and new images are. So Red Notice is by far what they're kind of touting to be Netflix's most expensive original movie.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to this film.
So the Red Notice trailer, it's Gal Gadot versus Dwayne Johnson and Ryan Reynolds in Netflix actioner.
Johnson's skyscraper director, Rawson Marshall Thurber the Third. Not actually.
Not
sorry.
the third.
It sounded cool.
Rolls off the tongue.
Is behind the camera for this supersized Netflix actioner. Jennifer Lawrence and Leonardo DiCaprio's Don't Look Up is this the copy? Isn't the only Netflix original movie with a megastar pairing coming to streaming this holiday movie season. The streaming giant has debuted the first trailer for Red Notice, an action thriller that brings together Dwayne Johnson, Ryan Reynolds, and Gal Gadot. The film centers around a heist that brings together, pardon me, the FBI's top criminal profiler and 2 of the world's biggest criminals.
The official Red Notice. The official Red Notice synopsis from Netflix reads: when an Interpol issued Red Notice, the highest level warrant to hunt and capture the world's most wanted goes out, the FBI's top profiler, John Hartley, Dwayne Johnson, is on the case. His global pursuit finds him smack dab in the middle of a daring heist where he's forced to partner with the world's greatest art thief, Nolan Booth, Ryan Reynolds, in order to catch the world's most wanted art thief, the Bishop, Gal Gadot. The high-flying adventure that ensues takes the two around the world, across the dance floor, trapped in a secluded prison, into the jungle, and worst of all for them, consistently into each other's company. I'll tell you what, this was anticipated for me until I saw the trailer today.
Why? What happened?
I didn't think the trailer was that good.
Why?
Because I didn't. What do you mean why?
I mean, what threw you off? What made you sour?
There's not one thing. It was just it didn't look good. It looked paint by numbers. It looked like the myriad of other Netflix original movies that suck. So, look, we've all seen great trailers to bad movies. We've also seen bad trailers to really good movies. So I'm not going to judge the movie by its trailer, but dude, I was like, I was hoping it was going to. You know what it reminded me of? The other Ryan Reynolds movie, Six Underground.
When he's in the box.
Yeah, I don't know what. No. Six Underground, it was a Netflix movie, kind of an action movie. It was the Transformers dude. What's his name? Director that did all the Transformers. It was a Michael Bay film, and it reminded me of that. I'm like, oh no, not another one of these kind of movies. Hopefully, the trailer just is not what we're gonna get. Right? Hopefully, it was just a marketing tool that just didn't hit the mark for me, and hopefully the movie's good. But it really put a damper on my excitement for Red Notice.
Strange.
Why?
Well, I don't know. Like, you have The Rock, you have Ryan Reynolds, and you have Gal Gadot, and it almost like two of my
favorite movie stars working today, right? The Rock and Ryan Reynolds. Amazing.
Well, and also, you know what? I'm intrigued by Gal Gadot. I find her to be a compelling and charismatic actor.
Ooh, I think. Well, she's getting better at acting. She's gorgeous. There's that, but she's not the strongest. She's not the strongest actor. But that's regardless. She's getting better, and I think she'll probably hold. With both of them, any screen time she'll have with them, they'll completely make her a better actor. In those scenes, but because I have faith in both of those actors, so she's fine. But you're talking about two of the biggest movie stars right now. But I know that's why the anticipation was so high for me. But I'll tell you what, after watching that, that's not what a trailer's supposed to do. A trailer's supposed to make your anticipation go up, not down. And for me, this one went down a little bit.
From what I understand.
But what do I know? I'm looking forward to
trailers are supposed to fool me into going to see Green Lantern.
Right.
Or Wonder Woman 84 or The Jungle Cruise. Like, who paid for that?
I think Moonfall looks good. It's probably a piece of crap, but I don't know. We'll see.
Well, I just saw the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and it is a production nightmare. It is not for everyone. It's actually quite a subversive film. But you know what? The soundtrack is great. It gets the toes a tapping.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm looking forward to what's this movie called?
Red Notice.
That's the one. Really looking forward.
I mean it's a kind of a whodunit. Well, not whodunit. Kind of a heist.
It seems like
thriller,
a beautiful people Ocean's 11, which I'm always on board for. Did you ever see Ocean's 8?
No. I care for those movies. I didn't.
Yeah, but
I
what?
watched the
You
first
don't
one.
like the Ocean's movies?
I saw the first one, and it was I was okay, and then I didn't. I tapped out.
You
For the rest.
really? Okay,
Mhm.
fair enough. Fair enough. I did not know that about you. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm hanging up now.
Right? Yeah, we can end the show right now, dude.
Yeah. I
Uh,
won't. I won't. I wouldn't do that.
yeah. Joel Edgerton, Sigourney Weaver star in Paul Schrader's crime thriller Master Gardener.
Ooh, Joel Edgerton and Sigourney Weaver will star in Master Gardener, a new crime thriller from Paul Schrader, a master of the genre. Schrader is on a bit of a hot streak after scoring an Oscar nod for his screenplay for First Reformed.
Can I pause you right there? Have you seen
Yeah.
that movie
First Reformed?
with Handsome Hawk?
No.
It is good. It is
Yeah?
really good. And you know, when we've been talking about Ethan Hawke a lot recently, he's been in the news for some of his other stuff, and especially that Black Phone movie that looks amazing. But
You mean Ethan Hawke?
yes, yes, that's the guy. But First Reformed was one of those movies where, like, you know, it reminds you how fucking good of an actor he is, and the movie's just great. Anyway, please proceed, sir.
Oh, I don't even know where I stopped off.
Astonishingly,
that marked his first nomination despite penning some of the greatest movies ever made. His new drama, The Card Counter, debuts
that looks good too.
at the that does. I have seen the trailer for The Card Counter, and I do think that looks amazing. Debuts at the Venice Film Festival. He's previously plumbed the dark depths of the soul in works like Taxi Driver and The Raging Bull. In Schrader's next outing, Edgerton will star as the master gardener of an American estate who is forced to confront his dark past. Weaver will co-star as his employer, a wealthy dewagger, who I don't even know what that word is.
I don't know what that word is. That's weird, right?
I don't even. Let's say dewagger. Who demands that Edgerton's character take on her wayward and troubled great niece as a new apprentice. Chaos ensues, or so says the official log line. When the idea first started, it was one of my male protagonists, but then these two women intervened and it became something more complex and unique, Schrader said in a statement. Neat.
Cool.
I
cool
do
to see
like
Sigourney
Joel
Weaver back on the screen, but dude,
well,
for
and
sure.
I like Joel Edgerton as an actor. I like
Me too.
Sigourney Weaver, absolutely. I'm not familiar
Uncle Owen.
And yes. Sorry, that was Pavlovian. Every time
Aunt
anyone
Beru.
says, yeah, I gotta say it. I gotta say Aunt Beru as soon as
I
someone
almost
says,
said Aunt Beru. Like he played Aunt Beru. No,
Yeah.
he didn't.
No, that was yeah.
He would have totally nailed the Aunt Beru character though.
I appreciate Joel Edgerton and I appreciate Sigourney Weaver, and so whatever they do, I'm sure that I will pay attention to it.
Yes. All right, what's next?
Oh, the Babadook. The Babadook reunion with Jennifer Kent, Essie Davis, set for Guillermo del Toro's Netflix horror series.
That's right. Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities will also feature episodes from Panos. Oh man, how do you pronounce that name?
I don't
Cosmatos?
care.
Panos Cosmatos, Vincenzo Natali, and Ana Lily Almapour, or yeah, I think that's how it is. How you pronounce it? Academy Award winner and
but
horror.
I just started saying first names. Just say first names.
Right? I know.
Yeah.
Academy Award winner and horror maestro Guillermo del Toro has set a packed lineup of genre movie powerhouses for his Netflix horror anthology series, Cabinet of Curiosities. Among directors contributing episodes to the series are the Babadook filmmaker Essie Davis, who will reunite with the film's breakout star. Essie Davis for an episode. No. Okay. Also, this this is not written correctly either. Also bringing stories to the series.
Who wrote this?
Yeah, A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night. Director and Mandy director. And the director of Splice. So we were getting a bunch of stuff for. Did you know Guillermo was doing this for Netflix?
No.
This is awesome. Per Netflix, in Cabinet of Curiosities, acclaimed Academy Award-winning filmmaker and creator, executive producer, and co-showrunner, Guillermo del Toro has curated a collection of unprecedented and genre-defining stories meant to challenge our traditional notions of horror, from macabre to magical, gothic to grotesque, or classically creepy. These 8 equally sophisticated and sinister tales, including 2 original works by Del Toro, will be brought to life by a team of writers and directors personally chosen by Del Toro. Now that sounds friggin' awesome, right?
Well, what is your favorite Guillermo del Toro movie?
Pan's Labyrinth.
Me too. Mine too.
Yeah.
And yeah, if he is creatively in control, I look forward to it.
Yeah. Yeah. And it seems like, I mean, this is probably why he took the job. Creator, executive producer, and co-showrunner. So,
well,
he's got his hands all over it. And everybody was personally picked, personally chosen by Del Toro. So this sounds awesome. All right. Next up, we have The Many Saints of Newark world premiere to kick off an inaugural Tribeca Fall preview in September.
I do enjoy smoking when it is a Sopranos related. Anyway, the first event in the new fall series will bring one of the season's most anticipated films to New York City's Beacon Theater. Tribeca Enterprises is kicking off its newest event series billed as Tribeca Fall Preview. On a high note, the Sopranos prequel movie, The Many Saints of Newark, don't delete things on me because I can't read, will have... All right. Will have its world premiere on opening night of Tribeca's first fall event on September 22nd at the Beacon Theater on Broadway.
So that's cool. They'll get a treat
really
to see that. That movie looks amazing. And they showed more scenes from the movie at CinemaCon. And those that were there said the movie looks outstanding. So, especially the opening of the movie. They do something which I won't go into the whole thing, but they do this really cool opening in a cemetery that I can't wait to see on the screen. It's a
like with Willow?
Very interesting opening.
Who is Tony Soprano's daughter?
Put me on the spot like that. I don't know.
No, I'm just
I
curious.
can't remember her name.
But yeah, I thought it was Willow.
No. But I think so. It's narrated by Michael Imperioli, who played Christopher on the show. So that narration kind of going. I think basically they're going through the cemetery, and he's talking about all the family members and all the people that Tony killed, I think, or the family killed, and then I pretty much goes. It ends up on Christopher's gravestone, and even me, So. It's fucking crazy. And so it sounds amazing. I can't wait to see this film.
I miss Pussy.
Me too. Moving on. Shang-Chi producer
Jonathan Schwartz says Abomination's future will be revealed.
As Schwartz told comicbook.com, the idea of bringing Abomination back into the fold made the most story sense, while also providing an opportunity to show him in his weird glory. We love that moment. We sort of knew, director Destin, Daniel Cretton, and I, that we had that it had to be big, kind of a showcasing fight between 2 known characters in there, and it just became this big talk with us in talking about who made sense, who'd be cool. and who we would think it would be a good fight between. Schwartz explained, and we ended up with wanting Abomination because it seemed to make the most story sense for where we were going to find him in this universe, and also just be a cool, awesome fight. And if it fell along those lines, like it was a good time to refresh Abomination's look, we haven't seen him for a while, so I think everyone was excited to kind of see him at all in weird glory.
Oh my God! So Abomination is jangly keys.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, I'm so like I love jangly keys.
Yeah.
But it's such a trite and useless method of getting people into seats.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if people are going to just buy tickets to Shang-Chi because Abomination's in it. I mean,
the only reason
it's a bonus.
The only reason I'm buying a ticket to Shang-Chi is for the Mandarin. I was looking for Mandarin redemption. I want to see a supervillain story. That is what I'm going to be paying for. That's what I'm going for.
Yeah. I think you're in the minority.
Well, thank you.
I do. But I think most people aren't going to Shang-Chi just for a side character. I think they actually want to see what this new movie is all about, what this new character is all about.
Yes, but even like we've had conversations, we've witnessed conversations that this Shang-Chi is not the Shang-Chi of the comics.
Correct.
And so it's kind of a betrayal, or at least a misdirect, in terms of what you are going to see.
No, I don't. No, I don't agree with that. I don't think that at all. Because
how am I wrong?
90% of the general movie going audience have no idea who any of these characters are.
Right.
They don't know. So they don't care. It's not a betrayal to any of them. Is it a betrayal?
If the film is not a representation of the original comic book character, then that would
I mean, you can say that about you can actually say that about every single MCU movie. Every single one of them. Yep.
No.
Yes, you can.
Disagree.
They're not comic book, but not every movie is comic book story accurate.
So you're saying that Iron Man is a betrayal or at least a misrepresentation?
I didn't say that. You said that.
Well, no. You said that every comic book movie that has arrived has been a misrepresentation.
No, that's not what I said. I said you said specifically it's a betrayal of the comic book. No. Okay. If it is, that's fine. But you can say that about every character in the MCU is a betrayal of the comic book.
I wouldn't say that
in one sense or another. No, of course you wouldn't say it because you're trying to make a point. But that doesn't make it any less true.
Do you think that it is an accurate representation of Shang-Chi from the comic book?
It's irrelevant to the conversation.
Well, no, I'm asking you just a direct question.
I haven't seen the movie yet.
Okay, fair enough. That is a prerequisite, so I agree.
I don't know.
Until we see the film, we will not know. But I haven't read the comic books, and that's why I'm asking.
No, you just So you're breaking Black Phillip's law twice.
Well, no, I've heard from Robert Meyer Burnett, fan of the channel, said that this is not the Shang-Chi of the comic books. And so if you are a fan of the comic books, it is a reinterpretation. It is a change. Betrayal is a very strong word, and I would like to retract that. But it is a change.
But that happens with all of these characters, Scott. All of
not
them are
Captain America, not Iron Man.
Yeah, they're all not
Thor.
Yes, dude, yes. They pick and choose from the comics, but they're not all comic book accurate. They're not. Some are amalgamation. They cherry pick, different runs to say, okay, we want this from this run, we want this from that run. So I mean, you could slap that betrayal kind of moniker on just about anything. right? I mean, they're not direct adaptations.
Maybe it's just a subversion of expectations.
It could be. It could be.
Anyway, the Blade reboot director. Actually, you should read this headline.
Let me do that. Blade reboot director Bassam Tariq confirms he's joining Marvel.
Last month came the first word about who will be stepping behind the camera for Marvel's reboot of Blade on the big screen. Though unconfirmed by Marvel Studios at the time, it was reported that Mogul Mogwai?
Yeah. It's a weird
filmmaker Bassam Tariq will direct the film, which stars Oscar-winning actor Mahershala Ali. Mahershala Ali?
Yep, Mahershala.
Yes, I apologize. I've had a few Chardonnays, what of it? In the title role. And a script by Watchmen and Hunters writer Stacey Osai Kafour. Now we don't need a confirmation from Marvel Studio about the news because Tariq himself has confirmed that in the new interview that he's making the leap into the Marvel Cinematic Universe with the new version of the Daywalker.
Isn't it nice when they do it themselves? You don't have to coax it out of them.
Coax what?
It's nice when they make these announcements themselves and you don't have to coax it out of them in interviews. They just do it on their own.
Do what?
Make these announcements.
What announcement has taken you?
That he's in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that as well. It makes our job easier. I didn't think Blade was going to happen, just to be very honest. Tariq revealed on the latest episode of the Playlist podcast. Also, heavens, if Tariq wants to come on to the Fantasmagorium, please, you're more than welcome.
You're more than welcome.
I'm honored, and it's a privilege, but I'm here in service of Stacey Osai Kafour, who is an incredible writer that is writing the film. She's just a phenomenal presence and a juggernaut in her own right. And for Mahershala Ali, for me, it's just working in their service. Marvel takes big swings, you know? I can't say anything about it, but I'm just so excited about what we're doing. My God, I couldn't muster. Those perhaps hoping.
You want to end it? I think we get the gist.
I think it's a gist. You know what? I'm happy that I'm happy that Blade is coming back, but all I really want to see is the Daywalker, and I will still exert that saying Daywalker is kind of racist.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'll go with you on that one. Now, what's next,
Ghostbusters Afterlife release date has been delayed because of the Omega.
Only by 1 week. Don't panic. It's only pushed back to November 19th. Ghostbusters Afterlife will now haunt theaters a little later than expected. The paranormal comedy's theatrical debut has moved to November 19th, taking the spot originally held by Top Gun Maverick. This all comes after Paramount pushed back the releases of many of their upcoming movies to later in 2022, including the aforementioned Top Gun, Jackass Forever, and Mission Impossible 7. The Ghostbusters sequel was originally intended to hit theaters on November 11th, but the new slot allows the film to dodge some spin-off competition in Marvel's Eternals, which drops on November 5th. Thankfully, it's only a slight delay, meant more to capitalize on a vaccinated, more advantageous position for Sony. So, yeah, it's a small release, but it gave us a chance to talk about the pushback of Top Gun and Mission Impossible 7 and Jackass Forever. I think Sony's just trying to maximize their earning potential for these movies. And it's not a bad idea. I know people are excited to see these movies, especially Top Gun and Mission Impossible. But and then, after all the buzz Afterlife got after its CinemaCon debut. I know people are really looking forward to that, but it's only a week, so that's not too worried about that. But it looks like Top Gun and Mission Impossible 7. There's no way they want to release them that early. They're gonna push them deeper into the year of 2022.
I don't get it.
I don't either, but that's the world we live in, and that, my friends, was the news. Let's go over and see what people are saying, shall we?
I love it when you shut me up.
Yeah. You're welcome. It's how the show works.
Well, it's for my own safety, and I appreciate it.
It is for your own safety and benefit. It's a symbiotic.
Hey!
It's a symbiotic relationship.
I think that a couple of these generous souls are from.
Well, here's Todd Michaels first. Want to read that one first?
Well, I can do my best. I have absolutely zero intention in the world, or I have zero interest in the Wheel of Time. Agreed. I'm with you, pal. And you know something? I'm good with that, as am I. Now I gotta go clean up some
Hornet bombs. I think it's supposed to be hornet bombs and mow the yard. Later, beaches. Thanks, Todd Michael, for the $3.33 tip. We appreciate
Todd Michael, I wish I could get to Ohio and pick up all the dog poop and mow your lawn. Moldy Han shoots us 99 cents.
That's probably a super sticker. We'll have to check that out here in a minute. Squirt Russell tipped $12.34. What a great, thanks for supporting the channel in that manner, man. I fucking appreciate it.
It's far too much.
Squirt Russell says, first reform brought me to squirts. Okay. Oh boy. A wonderful movie. I saw Moldy Han was here running her mouth, so I stopped by to show her my tip. Only the tip. Oh, we're having fun, aren't we? It's a good Thursday.
Usually.
That was those are good. Very good. All right. Let's go see what the rest of the chat's saying, shall we? And then we can get the hell out of here because it's been one of those days.
Everything is so fucking dour today. I'm trying to add a little bit of levity, but I know that I'm just indulging. I apologize for all the smoking and drinking, but yeah, no, everyone seems on edge recently.
Must be something in the air.
Or in Afghanistan.
Let's not go there.
Well, I just wanted to say it.
Right. Moldy Han, super sticker. So thanks for the super sticker, man. We appreciate it.
Oh, no. What do you mean, Little Bell? Todd Michael says, please ring Steve's and Scotty's Little Bell. Little Bell. Oh my God. Have you ever seen Batman? Edge of Time. Hail, Edge of Time. Brace for terrible naming conventions. Agreed. Turget says, ring the bell, feel no shame, or feel no shame and ring the bell. Edge of Time says, I tried book 1. It was horrible.
Oh, really?
Maybe I'll watch this since I can't compare it. I don't know, man. Like,
that's a bummer that you read the book and it was terrible.
Well, that's how I felt about Lord of the Rings. And when I started reading the book, I was just like, no, I'm done.
Yeah.
And so I understand where you're coming from, Edge of Time. And it's one of those things where it's like, let the fans enjoy it. Turget says Rosamund Pike is there to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and bubblegum hasn't been invented yet. True story, but she can chew my cud any day. I don't even know what that means. Todd Michael says, in other news, dogs barking.
Yep, I apologize for that.
Yes.
Couldn't be helped today.
Edge of Time says the 20-minute rule. I think that goes with the 3-episode rule.
Yeah,
Turjay
maybe.
says to Todd Michael, they are telling Scott to pick up their poop. Well,
Pick up the
yes.
poop.
I've met a wiener dog in my day. Edge of Time says, I gave Stranger Things 3 episodes too many. Agreed. I didn't like I always like Edge of Time. I didn't like Stranger Things. I want to like Stranger Things. Yeah, well, that's
it landed
not
good
my
for
problem. And the beat goes on, and did it. Turjay says to Edge, of the first season? I love that. Second too, but the third wasn't all that. Yeah, no, I just found I found Stranger Things to be a season's worth of a 2-hour movie. Or in other words, boring. Edge of Time says, I remember being a kid. The cast seemed shy a few chromosomes based on their choices. Well,
I don't know.
I wouldn't go that far. Turjay says to Edge of Time, they could have done a little better at times, yes. Well, yes. But again, if you're a fan, like, if people don't like what you like, fuck them. Edge of Time says, it's Marley Murdoch now, bigots.
Funny.
You know they're not going to make Matt Murdock a lady because Hollywood doesn't like ginger ladies. For some reason, gingers are being like culled. It's weird.
Yeah. It's
Turjay says, I just want a hot redhead. Right? Why does every redhead have to end up being not a redhead? Turjay says, haven't seen the trailer yet for Red Notice, but I'll check it out lately. Description doesn't really speak to me. Tired of seeing movies where the Wonder God Rock is the best at whatever he does. Agreed. I am also a big fan of seeing my heroes lose. And the beat goes on, says, was the word you didn't recognize dowager?
Yeah. So he says it means widow. I did not know that. That's a new word. And I consider myself somewhat of a wordsmith, but that one eluded me. Not speaking words, obviously, writing them.
Turjay says, oh, to the beat goes on. Thanks. Learned something today as well. And that's why I hope that you all come to the Fantasmagorium is to listen to Joy and learn.
Well, not only that, what's cool about our chat and our audience is they're smart and we learn stuff too.
Like our audience?
Like our audience, yeah. Smart. They're smart, I tell you. And they want respect.
Okay.
Next.
Well, you go.
Turjay says, when I go to watch the Sopranos movie, I'm bringing a whole tub of gabagool. Yeah, absolutely. I'm down with that.
And the beat goes on, says, you go.
And the beat goes on, says, sure, Turjay. It usually refers to royalty, but it was probably an informal use. Enough of my word nerd hijinks. Okay. Yeah, cool. See, learn something new every day. Love it.
Edge of Time says, I grant the 1 gold star for vocabulary today.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
That's good stuff.
I don't deserve it. Edge of Time says, pussy is overrated. Is that a cat? Is that a cat? All right. You get some, and an hour later, you want some more. Much like Chinese food. Turjay says, kind of like Chinese food. All right. We're all on the same page. Exactly. And the beat goes on, says, better to have pussy and lost than never had pussy at all.
That's correct.
I don't know.
Oh, no, it's true.
Here's a couple of pussies.
I guess. Oh. All right. Let's
Is that it?
No.
Edge of Time says not when 90% of black holes have STDs.
Whoa, 90%? I think that's a little high.
Sure. And the beat goes on, says Steve seems a little salty. Steve,
I've
are
been
you
salty all week. I lost 13 brothers in Afghanistan for absolutely zero reason, no reason at all. So yes, I'm a little salty. I apologize.
Enough cats already. Edge of Time says, are you masking your dogs to prevent COVID infection? Actually, you know what? I went to Walmart the other day and I got a whole bunch of white athletic socks, large. And now my dog, I can't change my camera. But yeah, no, when I take him for a walk, I just put a sock over my dog's head. And that way he doesn't spread COVID.
And he looks like a bank robber, which is cool.
Well, also he can't see. He kind of bumps into things.
Yeah, that's that. I think that's abuse. Is that pet abuse? I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't send anybody to Scott's house. We're just saying.
Well, and also if you do send anyone to my house, my dog has a sock over his head.
Right.
So it's not like he can defend me.
Okay. Wow, that's a bummer.
Anyway, Edge of Time says Salty Steve is best Steve.
Yeah. All right, I'll take that.
Turge says, I know nothing of the comics of Shang-Chi. So we'll see.
Yeah, we will.
Agreed.
See.
You know what? I've been in Vietnam. And the beat goes on, says, yeah, I'm not hating Salty Steve. Well, Salty Steve, I think that we share our opinions properly. I think that we,
pretty much.
Yeah, like, I don't think we've done anything wrong.
No.
And the beat goes on, says, I haven't yet seen Salty Scott yet, but I bet it's fun too. Yeah.
Oh, you have. You've seen him, but that's about as salty as Scotty gets. He's a pretty happy dude. He's Canadian too. So
I'm relatively pedantic. I don't get salty. I get sort of, I don't know. Edge of Time says, real Shang-Chi has long hair, is often shirtless, and has non-racist yellow skin. I don't know. I've never read the comics. Turge says, I've seen Salty Scott once. We had an argument about real life Barbie could walk or not. Well, real life Barbie can walk. She's just super tall.
That's right.
And the beat goes on, says, I've never in my life read a Shang-Chi comic. Neither have I. And continues, I've seen real life Barbies. Well, I've mouthed their boxes. They can walk and chew gum, but not at the same time, though. Yeah, no, I know. That's why I had to preoccupy them by mowing their boxes. Edge of Time says, I heard there was a Scotty Gate, but he was pardoned. Oh, I hope so. And the beat goes on, says, why is Daywalker racist? I don't know. It's provocative. I don't know. I'm just making.
No, dude, it sounded good. It was a good little one-liner there. I liked it. I was like, all right.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I'm just
going to leave that hanging in the air.
Yeah, and the beat goes on. It's not. It isn't. There is no racism applied. It just sounds funny. Edge of Time says the Shang-Chi run is better than Power Man or Iron Fist. Oh my stars. Edge of Time says, I think Sony is being cautious to see how bad Marvel is going to screw up. Well,
yeah, Sony screws up.
They can always sell Spidey to Netflix. No, I don't think.
And Sony has a horrible track record.
Edge of Time says, does Sony own Spider-Man until they sell it? No expiration date? Well, as long as they maintain production, they own it. Cam!
What's up, dude?
Hey, ahoy! Hey, Scotty, Steve. Hi, everybody. Hope everyone has a better day. As do I. Cam, I have already had a better day based on your presence.
Yeah, and Cam's got a couple of reviews up on our website on the Fantasmagoriumshow.com. Check them out. They're pretty good. Quick little reviews, but they're really good.
Ginger side. Well, it's true. Like, I'm just saying, I have a preference. I enjoy redheads, and it seems that they don't want redheads anymore.
No.
Like I really like Mary Jane is a quintessential redhead, and I have always been a little bit concerned about the lack of Mary Jane in the new Spider-Man movies, in the same way that I'm concerned about the lack of Uncle Ben or Gwen Stacy. Like, I think it was a really cool thing when they went into Gwen Stacy in The Amazing Spider-Man to get away from Mary Jane, because Mary Jane is the second love interest in Peter Parker's life. But yeah, to make Zendaya Coleman is not Mary Jane. Not.
No. It's MJ.
And it's
different,
like
completely different character, in my opinion.
And when you change characters completely, you can name them whatever you want, but they are not.
Are you betraying the comic book?
Yes. And my answer is yes.
Yes. Edgerton says when Sonya isn't red, it's game over.
Yeah, what the fuck? Red Sonya, now a brunette.
Right. Game over, man. Game over.
Cam says to Edge of Time something about delightful. And then Todd Michael says, can Canadians even be salty? Asking for a friend. Absolutely. We can. Turge says, I'm not saying that. Sorry, Turge.
Another good show, fellas. Well, thanks, man.
Thank you. And the beat goes on. Thank you very much. Turge says to Todd Michael, I know you can be salty. All you need is candy salt pellets from Norway. Sounds like a trap. Don't take them, Todd Michael. Salt lozenge, says Todd. Yeah. And hail to Cam, says Edge of Time. Yes, agreed. Cam says, thanks, Steve and Scotty. Great to see you guys. Always like hearing your perspective. Sent you an email, Steve.
I will check it out right after the show.
Also, if you'd like to send any emails or correspondence, you should go to the Fantasmagoriumshow.com. You can hit up the contact. We are looking for writers. We're looking for anyone who would like to contribute to this community. So please feel free. Turge says, buy some stuff. Link in the description. And Edge of Time says, fun show. See ya.
All right, see you, man.
Bye.
And I think that'll do it for us today, Scotty.
Well, I think we're done. The audience is sick of us.
They are. They've had their fill.
Yeah.
So if you haven't done so, go watch all of those trailers that dropped today. We've got a bunch of stuff on the Phantasmagorium Show website. You can find them on YouTube, wherever you get your trailer fix. There's a bunch of good ones out, so check them out for sure.
Oh, and also, by the way, we're off next week.
Yeah, we're going to. There's the big holiday weekend, right? We got Labor Day weekend. We are going to do our what we're calling our specialty shows. So we will do Monday night. We will do Set for Stun. Wednesday night we will do Martini's Gadgets and Guns, and Thursday we will do Cult Classic Movie Corner. And we will do Friday Free for All. But other than that, we won't be. We're taking a week off, basically 4 days of the show proper. Need a little respite. And Scotty got a job, which is good. So he's got a day job. So probably we'll announce this next week. When we think that the show's going to come back, what time? We're not going away. We're just going to the following week. We'll just move the time probably around 6 or 7 o'clock. I would say. Maybe not that late. Maybe 4 or 5 o'clock, Scotty. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out.
I have no idea.
But it'll be later in the evening or later at night, depending on where you're at in the world.
Hey,
could be in the morning.
What did you want to talk about for this Friday free for all?
I don't know. Do you have a suggestion?
Well, I kind of wanted to talk about Die Hard.
Oh, really? Okay.
Well, because Die Hard 3, Die Hard with a Vengeance, takes place like this time of year.
Okay.
And so
Right.
I kind of wanted to talk about Die Hard. I
We can
know
talk about
Die Hard is kind of
I'm not a Die Hard fan. So
I know.
So I'm like, yeah. I mean, I like the first one, but I don't know. Yeah, we could talk about it if everybody wants to. If anybody wants to come on and talk about it, I'm down with that.
Oh, and also we can change we'll figure it out. You'll find out.
Cam's she was saying goodbyes and stuff. Oh yeah, congratulations,
Cam
Scott.
says congratulations, Scotty. Yeah. I hope it's cool and profitable. As do I. Thank you, Cam. I appreciate your well wishes. All right, let's get the fuck.
Are we done?
Yeah,
I think we're done. Put a fork in it. We're done for today. So tomorrow we'll probably we'll talk Die Hard. Why not? Sounds like a plan. We'll figure it out. And we'll talk about that on the free for all. If you'd like to be on the free for all tomorrow and talk about Die Hard with us, just get a hold of me either on social media or through the contact on the website, or however you want to reach me. I'm all over the place. Yeah, and you can come on the show and we'll rhapsodic about Die Hard.
Well, we don't have to do Die Hard. You obviously aren't that enthusiastic.
No, I mean it's fine. I don't mind talking about it. I won't have much to contribute to the conversation.
Well, what do you want to talk about?
I haven't really thought about it, Scotty. Die Hard's just as good as any other topic.
Yeah, but I'd like you to be a part of the conversation.
No, I'll be a part of the conversation. I'll be there.
Yeah, but I love these shows.
I'm hosting the show.
I love doing these shows with you.
Me too.
So I don't want to choose a topic that excludes you.
No, I don't think I'll be excluded. I'll have things to say about it, obviously. But
are you?
I know in some corners it's a beloved franchise. I just don't think it's all that great.
Well, Bonnie Bedelia is crazy hot.
Yeah, she is. Okay, let's end this thing, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna, let's end with my with the trailer to my book. If you haven't bought the book yet, go buy the book. It's a good one.
It is.
Other than that, dude, unless you have anything else, let's slap this pig and call it a day.
Let's all go to the lobby.
Yeah, buddy.
All right.
So for Scotty R37, I'm Steve Foley. Have a great day, everybody.